Happy hump day. It's Wednesday.
Talk about surprise. Surprise, surprise. It is Wednesday, yes, a good day, and the day before Valentine's Day. I'm Natalie Jones.
And I'm Brandy DeGuin. We are coming at you live from Reno, Nevada at the Bonanza Casino.
That's right, the wake-up call here on LoadedTV.com. Now, lots going on. Dave's brand new show is going to be on tonight, so we want you all to tune in, and that's a live show as well. I'm hoping I can sneak in and peek my face in for a little bit.
That would be fun.
Yeah, it would be fun. Come have a cocktail. And so that's going to be tonight. What time? It starts at 5, right?
What time does this show
I think it
start?
starts at 5.
It is, I don't know.
He's not listening.
We'll let you know.
It starts at 5, and it's going to be live from the Polo Lounge. He's not here this morning, so just prefacing that. But he will be, you'll be able to watch him live at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tonight, Wednesday. And we've got Brian and Tracy, which they're going to be doing more of the MMA.
They're going to be doing MMA highlights.
Mm-hmm.
They have interviews going on, a bunch of punching and blood and all that, so that'll be fun.
Is there blood?
Yes. When I used to ring girl there, I used to sit right there on the edge of the cage. The cage was right here, and I'd get bodies like slammed up against the cage right here, and then blood flying, and you have to like dodge the blood.
Unsanitary. All right. And we're going to have a thing on the SPCA.
Yeah, after our wacky news, we'll get into the SPCA and talk about some cats. Of course.
Yes, we always have cat stories. We're cat lovers.
I think we are.
And then we also have the Isles, their Valentine's Day special, which is really fun. What are you guys doing for Valentine's Day? Is that what you're doing?
I have no idea.
Oh.
But the Isles is a great place. They have great offers. It's another dinner date with Dave, Valentine's Day special.
Nice.
Ooh.
So excited for that. All right, so don't forget, you know what, and another thing I just wanted to mention, we do have sponsors, and they're at the bottom of the screen, as you can see. You know, patronize these sponsors. There's a reason that they do sponsor us, and if you guys even mention, it would really help us if you mention, hey, I saw you on LoadedTV.com, because that really helps us.
That would be so fabulous. If you guys go to any one of our sponsors,
Junkie, Bonanza Casino, any of those, just say you saw it on LoadedTV.com, and that would help us out a great deal.
And who knows, you might get a discount.
They're pretty kind,
they
so
are.
you probably would get a discount. Hi, TiVo. Good morning.
TiVo.
Okay, now we've been talking a lot about Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
Lindsay. And I remember I was telling you she did that thing about the biopic with Elizabeth Taylor. She played Elizabeth Taylor, and everyone said she was stinko, and she was pretty bad. I got to be honest with you. Well, the Brits are taking a crack at it. So move over Lindsay Lohan, another actress, is taking a crack at playing Elizabeth Taylor and just might have better acting chops than you. Britain's own Helena Bonham Carter. She's an amazing actress. Yeah, Lindsay, eye roll. That's what I say. She's going to play Elizabeth Taylor in an upcoming biopic, Burton and Taylor. And The Wire, I don't know this guy, Dominic West. Do you know that guy?
No.
He's going to play Richard Burton in the production. It's going to air on the BBC 4. William Ivory is writing this, and Richard Laxton is directing. These are all British directors and actors. And now there she is. She's such a good actress. And, you know, Lindsay Lohan, she was in Mean Girls. That was probably the last good movie she made.
That was good. I liked that movie.
Yeah, that was good. Well, it was a great movie, actually. And so she's going to take, so Lindsay Lohan did it. She didn't do too bad in the viewership, but it was like people were saying how horrible she is. She is a little bit of, TiVo's saying Helena Bonham Carter's a little nutty.
Nutcase?
Well, she's different. But she is a great actress. She's been in all of the Harry Potter movies lately, and she was in, her husband is director, Tim Burton.
Oh, wow. Okay,
yeah.
I know Tim Burton.
All right. And they live in two separate houses
like
next to each other. What do you think about that? Did you know that?
I had no idea. Well,
would you do that?
Maybe they won't be driving each other as crazy.
Right?
Maybe they have some really bad pet peeves, so they don't sleep in the same bed at night.
I don't know how it works, but they live next to each other in two separate houses.
Okay, so I know Hugh Hefner lives next door to his wife and kids.
Does he really? How funny.
Because
he's old.
So, like, they live next door, so at least they get to see each other a lot, but why would they?
I don't know.
I know, like,
they're
you know,
eccentric. I don't know.
grandparents and stuff usually have separate beds or rooms or, you
My
know,
grandparents did, yeah.
Yeah, so, I don't know, I bet separate houses.
But your grandparents don't, do they? You were telling me that they don't, do they? I guess we shouldn't talk about...
Not separate houses, no.
Separate houses.
Not separate houses. But my mom lives next door to my grandparents, which is very convenient. That's cute.
That works out.
They do have separate houses there.
So I'm looking forward to seeing Helena Bonham Carter take on Liz Burton, because I really love Elizabeth Taylor, and I think she's a really great, interesting character, and I want to see somebody do it good, not Lindsay.
Not Lindsay.
Like this. Lindsay. Okay.
Well, Viv, Miles, TiVo, King, Steve, Penny, Stan, Paul, Sal99, LTV fan, and Ann, thank you for chatting in already. Keep it coming. All right. So I will talk to you about... Okay, so KRTV's emergency alert system was hacked to warn off a zombie apocalypse.
Right.
Okay.
Ken was talking about this too on Facebook.
He was.
Okay.
And it's funny because I was planning to talk about it on the show, and then he read my mind. So the zombie apocalypse hasn't happened yet, but a few thousand people in Great Falls, Montana are to be... yeah, I know. So they're going to be forgiven if they thought it was real, because on Monday, the emergency alert system in Great Falls was hacked during the Steve Wilkos show to send a message. The message said, dead bodies are rising from their graves in several counties.
That's mean.
The warning also told those watching not to try to apprehend the dangerous individuals, only to get to shelter and stay safe. And just in case you guys didn't know, there actually was not a zombie outbreak.
Right.
Nevertheless, KRTV felt obliged to, let the viewers know and apologize. And said, hey, the zombies are not rising from their graves, and this is not accurate. So nobody knows where the message originated from. They said their engineers are investigating to determine what happened, but so far no one's been able to figure out if it was a hacking, or you know what they're thinking it might be? Viral marketing for the AMC series Walking Dead.
So somebody just did it?
So maybe it was to advertise Walking Dead. Because it was on a Monday night. I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think?
Speaking of of that Walking Dead, I'd never seen it. My husband and someone gave us the first season, and my husband is like, already, last night he's like, Walking Dead is the best thing ever.
So
I'm like, okay.
So we have a video to show of this, and if you guys were at home watching this Steve Wilkos show and you saw and you heard this emergency alert, yeah, that's when it happened, and this emergency alert came on, I would be terrified. So
all right, pretty mean.
So you guys take a look and listen to.
Alright, so you will if I tell you that I will change first, right? But if I show you, don't even talk to me, dude. But if I show you, I mean, it might take a month or two, a couple months, you know? But if I show you...
Civil authorities in your area have reported that the bodies of the dead are rising from their graves and attacking the living. Follow the messages on screen that will be updated as information becomes available. Do not attempt to approach or apprehend these bodies, as they are considered extremely dangerous.
Did you guys see that? Was that on the emergency broadcasting? You guys heard that? Yeah, I would have called my mom and grandma. I would have went and got some shelter somewhere, barricaded myself in my house. What would you have done if you heard that? Like zombies, dead bodies are raising.
No such thing as zombies.
But it's the emergency broadcast system. Me, warning, you know.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. I think that's kind of mean. You know what it reminds me of? Do you know War of the Worlds? So they actually did, it's kind of the same thing where they did a radio broadcast and people, it was like just I think it was in the 1930s, 50s, I don't know. But it was, where they were saying aliens were coming and attacking, and it was just like a play, but people thought it was real.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Right. So, I don't know. I guess I would have probably said, let me look out my window and see if there's any zombies out there. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, Mel's right. I would have went and got my kid from school and packed the car and then gone to the hills. My mom would have done the same exact thing. She would have checked the kids out of school. Jean said she thinks that's terrifying. Carrie says that she would have been so freaked. King thinks it's great. TiVo can't stop laughing.
Have you ever? It just makes me laugh that people would believe it.
But I mean, if it's on the emergency broadcast system, like, why wouldn't you?
True. Why wouldn't you? But I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I guess. Yeah, I would have
You would have
obviously.
at least thought about it. If it
I
was-
would have looked out the window, I think, to see if
Well, maybe they were in your neighborhood yet. I mean, you have to be living by a cemetery for them to be raising from the...
Sean says he would have barricaded his house.
And then Dean would have got his guns ready. So there you
Well,
go.
okay, so if you know the zombie rules, you know, they're slow, you got to kill them in the head, you know, all these rules, and you should be okay.
Maybe with lead? Oh, no, wait. That's
I would
vampires.
rescue you. Thank you.
Oh,
if
John,
there ever is a zombie apocalypse, I will let you rescue me.
So only Natalie? That's
Hand
it?
to God.
I'm like, done for? All right, I'm going to turn into a zombie and chase you down, Johnson, for not offering to save me.
Oh. You got lots of people like you.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
That one is pretty funny. Okay, so this is some of the top celebrity news. So Justin Bieber was really super upset on Grammy night. So the Grammys failed to nominate Justin Bieber for a single award, despite the empathetic protest of his mother. The 18-year-old pop star decided not to attend the ceremony because who really cares about the Grammys anyway? So he tried to do this online thing where he was like his counter-programming to the Grammys, and he tried to do his own video live stream saying that he would play new music and answer questions, but it ran into technical difficulties and he couldn't do it. So he tweets a lot, Biebs, and he says, since nothing is working and I'm super upset, I feel I got to make it up to you. Said that he plans to appease his legions of disappointed fans with a video, so keep checking on YouTube. Oh, he has so many millions of dollars. Your girl, Taylor Swift might have dissed Harry Styles at the Grammys. At the Grammy ceremony, Taylor Swift interrupted her We're Never Gonna Get Back Together performance to deliver a monologue that E! Online claims was meant for her ex, Harry Styles. So he calls me up and he's like, I still love you, said Swift in a fake British accent that made Austin Powers look like Downton Abbey. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm busy opening up the Grammys, reminding everyone that the music industry hath no fury like a swift scorn.
I watched that, and I turned up my volume, and when I heard her say that, I laughed out loud, and I clapped my hands. I was like, you go, girl, because, like, what better way to get back at your ex by saying, sorry, stop calling, I have no time for you, I'm busy opening the Grammys, like, diss, right?
I guess she did it in a bad accent.
But, yeah, I don't know.
Celebrity news. We got to keep up with the celebs.
The Biebs and Tay-Tay
The Biebs and Tay-Tay.
All right, well, we got a UFO story. Woo! Okay, so UFOs light up the Melbourne sky. UFOs are reported all over the world, and over the weekend, they made an appearance in the skies above Melbourne, Australia.
How come they're not contacting us?
So 3 very bright objects were videotaped maneuvering in a variety of ways, as well as turning their lights on and off as part of the show. So approximately a minute 52 into a video in Melbourne, Australia. So one of the lights suddenly shoots away, seemingly from the ground level at an incredibly fast speed. So they don't know. They say the individual who took the videotape doesn't provide any personal information. Commenters to the video suggest they too have been. There's a lot of sightings there in Melbourne. They said we receive UFO sighting reports in Melbourne at the rate of once a week.
Wow.
The vast majority are lights at night and a few video evidence. So anybody out there from Australia, do you guys see these lights? Yeah.
Yes, that's fake.
They're possibly fake because they're saying this guy posts on YouTube all the time about UFOs. So what are the chances that this guy sees UFOs that often, unless he's an alien himself and I don't know. And they're after him. I don't know.
Sorry, that was mine. Chris says he loves UFO stories, so keep them coming, girl.
I don't know if Will thinks they're fake.
Maybe just that one.
Maybe, yeah, that one.
Will likes the zombie stories, though, so.
Okay.
What is the world coming to? All right. One more thing. Now, we love cats around here.
Yes, we do.
So any model will tell you it's hard to walk down a catwalk, especially when you're really a cat. So they had, now Tracy Reese is a designer, and her fall-winter show had a guest model, and it was a kitty cat. Aww. The cat was supposed to be walked on a leash, but he was a little frightened, so the designer had the model carry him. Isn't he cute? Aww. A first trip down the cat was named Lily. She's a 4-year-old Siamese Blue Point. She's a rescue cat. And according to Purina One, which sponsored the show and provided her, the pet food company says it wants to bring attention to the fact that leash training can benefit cats by incorporating activity into their lives. Isn't she cute? She's so pretty. So now all this designer, her name is Tracy Reese. She's the one Michelle Obama wore one of her dresses. It was that pink and kind of silvery blue one to the Democratic National Convention. So everyone's loving her. But yeah, I think that's cute that they added a little kitty. He's so cute.
A cat on a catwalk.
I know, it's perfect. So cute.
I've seen cats riding on motorcycles. Like this guy was riding a bike and just sitting on his shoulder.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Isn't that crazy?
One time in San Francisco, I saw one that sat. It was in like a convertible, like a convertible bug, and it was sat on like the dashboard of the car. And I was like, my cat would be scratching my eyes out if I put it inside of the dashboard.
Oh, well, Mike, thank you. Mike just said we look stunning today. Well,
boy.
We're trying to, be in the Valentine's Day spirit.
We have our pink on today.
Yeah.
Pinky pink pinks.
And hearts and all the 9 yards.
Okay.
All right, 3 minutes left.
All right,
do you have a story or you want me to do it?
No,
okay.
You go.
So this one's cool. All right. So this guy, Robert, he's a Tupperware drag queen. He makes $250,000 a year by dressing up as a woman.
You know what? I think it'd be a hoot. Drag queens I can get behind.
Okay, so if you see Robert on the street, you might not guess that this strapping 6'5" man is North America's top Tupperware salesman.
Wow.
But that's because he's also North America's Tupperware top saleswoman. He doesn't sell the Tupperware in his street clothes. Instead, the Long Island resident puts on all sorts of feminine finery and does the parties as Aunt Barbara,
he looks great.
a sassy lady who offers punchlines along with usual plastic containers, cheese graters, and spatulas. She says she says you could flip a grilled cheese with this spatula, flip a pancake. So she just puts on a little eyeshadow or spank your hubby. So Aunt Barbara is doing something right. She makes, like I said, $250,000 a year doing Tupperware parties, which is certainly no drag there. 43-year-old former social worker claims that Aunt Barbara character is best based on his own aunt.
Yeah. I think that would really work because it's kind of funny. Like, it would be fun to go to, like, have you ever been to a Tupperware party?
No, but I would
really
assume they're boring. That's why he wanted to spice it up. And he goes, I'm going to be my Aunt Barbara. Very sassy.
He kind of does like a little, almost like a comedy routine.
He does.
Yeah.
He really does. He goes, the idea of combining, his love of acting with Tupperware really made him really rich and famous, obviously. He says
$250,000 a year is a lot of money.
Yeah, he goes, Tupperware kind of had a reputation that people really didn't want to go to the parties, like he just said. They thought they were boring. They were going to be conjured into buying things and thought, So he decided to turn it into a show, make people want to go, put some comedy in there. So
funny.
Now he's
that's
bringing
awesome.
in the
I think
bacon.
that's pretty darn awesome, actually. All right.
So he goes, if someone is there, I'll reach for my cheese grater and say, I'll grate your freaking face off. Then call 911 and say, there's a man with a bloody face outside. I collected most of his DNA. So like that's one of his jokes that he has, like trying to sell his products. But he's won trips, cars trips, because he sells so much. That's a fabulous idea.
Good for him. I think that's pretty darn awesome.
I mean, a 6'5" man just decides, I'm going to sell Tupperware, but I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to dress as a woman to do it and tell jokes. You know what? What a very clever man.
I'd love a drag queen to come to my house and tell me jokes.
I would actually go to that Tupperware party.
Me too. They're okay. If there's wine, it's better.
Everything's better with wine.
It is. All right. So we've got coming up the SPCA, which is, we are partnering with them, so we've got lots of great stuff coming up. It's just going to be a quick little break. We also have Brian and Tracy up with the MMA highlights, and they're going to be introducing that, so stay tuned. Stick with us. You're watching The Wake Up Call on LoadedTV.com. That looks yummy. That is the Isles, that commercial. So if you have a chance, we're going to have a little thing about them for Valentine's Day. But it's just a really fun place to go. And
it's definitely different. And different.
Yeah, you can bring your kids there. It's very friendly all around. All right, we have a clip about Valentine's Day cats.
Of course. Okay, so like we said, we are partnered with the SPCA of Northern Nevada. And we did a little special Valentine's Day segment with kitties and love stories. So we'd like to show you that and get into that clip, and then we could talk a little bit more about it and answer questions while you're watching the video. All right?
Kitties.
We're here in Tuscany. No, we're in a cat colony. This is your SPCA Valentine's Day special. I'm here with Natalie, our feline manager. Hi.
Hello.
Okay, so what room are we in right now?
We are in the Colony B. We are in the family-friendly oriented room where all the cats in this colony, if someone's got kids and they don't want to have cats scratching their young ones, this is the room to come into to get all the playful and very loving lap cats in this room.
I love playful lap cats. That's so cute. Okay, so I've noticed a part of your brand is Love Life. Can you tell me what that means?
That is a brand that we have. Basically, we wanted people to come down here and create a love life with a new family member, perhaps a cat or a dog. So we were looking to complete someone's love life by adopting a cat or a dog.
Well, my love life in that way is very complete because I have 5 cats of my own. I know that you have some pretty amazing love stories, speaking of love lives, that have come out of the SPCA. You want to tell me some love stories that's come out of the SPCA?
Well, I can start off with this little girl here that's on my lap. Her name is Mittens, and she was rescued out of Carson City just a few weeks ago because they were going to euthanize her because she had a kitty cold.
Oh.
And, you know, a lot of facilities don't have a lot of room when the cats go sick. They have to make adjustments, and so they give me a call and they say, Nat, can you come down and rescue because we've got upper respiratory. We're going to have to do something drastic if you don't come down. I'm like, okay. So Mittens here, she's looking for her forever home, you know, and we were able to provide the space, and she found her little niche in the world.
You know what? I have to get this purr. Can you hear that purr in there?
That's Aslan, and he also came from Carson. So they both have stories of, like, you know, they could have been euthanized simply because they had a kitty cold, which is very easily treated. It's just, you know, a 7-day treatment of antibiotics, and bam, they're done.
Yeah.
And opposed to ending their life because of it. You
my.
know? It's a bad thing.
So I bet you there's some special animals in here. Maybe some senior animals that are looking for forever love. Do you have any special cases you'd like to talk about? Maybe an animal that's older that's been in the shelter for a while?
I have a cat here. His name is Joey, and he's actually in one of the other rooms. He's near and dear to my heart because we've had him. He's the only cat now in the entire building who's been with us prior to our move in June of 2011. So he's been here for 2 years this month.
Oh, wow.
His name is Joey. He's a big black and white, long-haired boy, 10 years old. He has multiple claws, so he's a polydactyl. He's very, very frisky, which is why he kind of gets overlooked a little bit. You pet him, and he's like, I'm done. You can go away. My kingdom is done. My subjects are over. You can just kind of leave. So he has that tendency not to really show off when people go into the colonies, and he's been here for 2 years.
Maybe we can meet Joey, huh?
I think you should.
I think that's a good idea. All right, so you guys, tell us, all the cat colonies are divided in certain ways. You want to talk about that?
They are divided. We have one colony that's for basically the senior cats and the cats that have a little bit of, I don't want to say issues, but tortitudes or attitudes that may not be
Attitudes, huh?
That's it. That may not be family friendly. So they're, you know, it's like if you have a 10-year-old cat and they aren't going to be too well with a 2-year-old running around going
more
bat,
independent.
bat, bat.
They
Right.
want to sleep a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they're not really playful. So we have a colony filled with a couple of those guys, and we have another colony that's less of the younger stage, more of the middle-aged category that will love to be on your lap more. And they are a lot smarter than these younger ones who will chase after the laser that I have here. Aww. So they're kind of like, I see that, but I'm not chasing it. I'm smarter than that. Whereas the ones in here are like, I'll go after it. Let me have it. Let's
These
do
are
it.
lovies in here. Okay, you guys want a special Valentine's Day date? You guys feeling a little lonely? Come and fill your heart up with a kitty or doggy from the SPCA.
Yes, we've got plenty of them. I mean, these cats are, they're homeless just like the homeless situation we have with people. And so they are a little bit better acclimated in this area. I feel like I am the caretaker. I am the butler to these guys. So whatever they want, I give it to them until they pass on to their new home and hopefully find a person that will be their caretaker and butler and housekeeper all in one too at their house.
And they are so well taken care of, you guys. You brush them. They are clean and soft. They're the softest kitties I've ever felt in a shelter. They are so well taken care of.
When you come in here, you know, a lot of times when you go into shelters, there's a smell. You know, it smells like a whole bunch of cats, or it smells like, ooh, what is that smell? We try very, very hard each and every day that we are open for business to make sure our place smells really clean, so the customer walks in here goes, you wouldn't think that there are cats in here.
You're absolutely right.
here.
You would not think that there's at least 25 cats in this room that we're sitting in at all. Like,
No.
it's crazy. So you got to come down here and experience it for yourself. SPCA, Northern Nevada, right here off Parr Boulevard.
Yep, and we're going to have to go meet Joey now.
Let's go meet Joey. So, since it is Valentine's Day, going with that theme, you have a very special, heartfelt story about this little guy?
Yeah, this little girl, her name is Bree, and she was only maybe about a year or so, and we got her out of Washoe County a couple of years ago. And she was also one of our long-timers, just like Joey. And she finally found her home just a couple of weeks ago after being here forever. She used to run and play. She was a laser kitty, just excellent little girl. She had been adopted out for only 3 weeks. And they brought her back, and they said she kicked their dog's butt. So they had to bring her back. And I was like, oh, no, she didn't find a home. But it just took maybe about another 8 months or so, and she finally did find that person that was willing to give her a chance. And so now she's living in a house with no dogs, just another cat now, and she's a heartfelt story that we're very, very glad we were able to give her home, even if it took us nearly 2 years to do it.
But you guys were there. Okay, you guys want your own heartfelt story? Come on in and meet your new best friend. The rooms are so cool. One of the questions was, do they help me with picking out a cat? So they have different rooms there, and each room is designed for whatever kind of cat you're looking for. Would you just like a lap cat that just lays around or lay on your lap and sleep all day? Do you want a very playful kitty that likes chasing lasers? Do you just want a special story? You know, what cat's been here the longest? I'd like to help that one out.
Right, maybe, I get
maybe
it.
you want to give a senior cat a home, you know, its last couple, years of its life. But they'll definitely help you. You just go there and you tell them exactly what you're looking for, and they'll definitely
temperament.
help you
If a cat likes other cats, maybe you have other cats, stuff like that.
And it's so great the way the rooms are set up. There's this room called Catitude, and if you like the cats have an attitude, they named it Catitude.
That sounds right.
So their new address is 4950 Spectrum Boulevard. It's over here by the Bonanza where we film every day, and it's over by the police station and TNCC. It's right up there by the fireplace. So 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
I love
are
those
their
hours. Those are great hours to 6 p.m. because you can go after work, you know?
And it's such a great facility. These cats, every time I go there, they're all clean, they're so soft, and they get brushed all the time. Everybody does such an amazing job there taking care of the animals.
Well, I just think they're adorable, and I just love that segment. We don't know how many cats there are. A lot, apparently. One last thing, you can go, now if you want to spot, let's say you can't get a kitty, but you still want to help out the SPCA of Northern Nevada, then what you can do is you can go to this place called itsmycommunitystore.com. And so they have all these things that you can buy there at this website, and then 10%, when you check out, you choose SPCA of Northern Nevada as the organization, and they give 10% back to the SPCA, and you support them, and I just think that's awesome. So it's called itsmycommunitystore.com if you guys want to buy some things, and it includes like lots of printer supplies, cell phone and camera accessories, laptop, computer stuff. So I think that's a great way that you can help out, maybe because you're not here in Nevada.
Yeah. Okay. So Brian and Tracy's coming up next with MMA highlights. Stay tuned. stay tuned.
Hi guys, Tracy and Brian Perry here. Now, if you're a fan of the show, you already know that last week we went to Reno Academy of Combat and we interviewed Rick Colleb. He's also the promoter of Ultimate Reno Combat, which was a MMA show that we went to Saturday night at Reno Event Center. And I got to tell you, it was amazing to see an MMA fight. It was my first MMA fight, not yours, of course.
Not mine, but definitely these guys were serious when they got there. There was about 22, 24 guys that were all getting in that ring, and they all meant business that night. It was an amazing, amazing event. We had a good time, especially because we were behind the scenes and we were able to check these guys out as they prep. We had to talk to them about how they felt about the competitor that they were going to compete against, and what it meant to them, and the different stories. And so when you get the behind the scenes, it was really a different perspective than just showing up, rooting on your guy, watching the gladiators go at it. You know, I mean, we got to talk to some of the guys' family members. We got to talk to all kinds of different people in the audience. It was a great event.
And it was so cool. We were able to interview all of the winners as they came out of the ring, and that was so cool because, you know, they're just right out of the cage and they're sweaty and they're bloody and they're nasty and dripping on us and so pumped up because they just won. That was the funnest part, I think, for me.
Hi, Mike. I see you. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump off into this tape that we have of the event, some highlights of what was going on. We talked to a couple of the different fighters. Some of them was a baby. What was it?
Big Baby.
Big Baby.
Terrell Big Baby Bozen or something.
Something like that. But anyway, these guys were one of the marquee fights that night, and these guys were ready to go at it, and they were serious, and you'll see it in their face.
And he fought Jungle Jim, who's totally ready to go pro. Didn't exactly make it that night, but
well, you'll be able to check them out.
Yeah.
But it'll be good. And so we're gonna go ahead and watch these, and hope you guys enjoy it. And then we got some stuff for you afterwards too that you're gonna really enjoy. So take a good look. Have fun.
And we're with Ryan Herrera, who went all 3 rounds, won by judge's decision. How do you feel right now?
I feel amazing. I honestly, that dude beat me pretty bad, so I didn't really know. I walked away with a decision. That's all that matters.
Hey, you know what? In the first 2 rounds, it looked like it was pretty close, but it looked like in that 3rd round you were getting a little bit tired. So the judges must have just loved what you did in the first couple of rounds. But there was a couple of times it was real close. I thought you had him choked out a couple of times.
I was just trying to get that guillotine. He did good defense. I was hitting him with some heavy hands. I rocked him a little bit, but I couldn't get any water during the rounds.
Right.
So I was pretty gassed in the 3rd round.
All right. Well, you guys did a great job. We appreciate it. Good job tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
We're with Jungle Jim Jeanette. Jim, you're one of the main events here tonight. There's been a lot of talk about you fighting tonight. What is at stake here?
Well, actually, a lot's at stake here. My ambition is to become a pro one day, just an entry-level pro, and then call it good. And I need to build up my experience. And this is a tough opponent. He's got some heavy hands, and I'm looking forward to getting down with him.
Now you're fighting Terrell Big Baby Bozen, right?
That's right, ma'am.
There you go. So what kind of fighting style you have?
Well, I'm a boxer grappler primarily, but I can work a little kickboxing into it. And you know how MMA is, you know, all kinds of different flavors.
Whatever you do, you get scrapping out there. But we appreciate you coming out. We know you got to get ready to go back there and get psyched out and get ready for this fight. We're looking forward to it. Hopefully we'll be interviewing you again after a win. How's that sound?
Sounds real good, man.
All right. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it.
And we've got Terrell Big Baby Bozen here with us. Now, we interviewed your opponent, Jungle Jim, just a little bit ago, and I'm going to ask you the same question. What's at stake here for you tonight?
You know what? Just to go and just put everything on the line. I trained hard for this fight. I had a bad fight, lost my belt, you know, but I'm gonna get it back one way or another, and just one step at a time, one fight at a time.
Yeah, because you're a previous champion to this event right here, right?
Yeah, defended it. And had a bad camp and all that, but you know, it is what it is. He beat me. Fair is fair, you know. But other than that, hoping to get that rematch soon. And if I could get this fight, win in good fashion, I know I could get it.
Now you're not from here locally. Where are you from?
I'm from Redding, California. I train out of Rice Brothers Jiu-Jitsu. Just nothing but world-class, you know, ground game fighters. And
well, you're ready to go right now. We know you're in the zone. We're going to let you go, but all we want to do is say good luck to you, and we're looking forward to it, and hopefully we'll be interviewing you after the fight.
All right, appreciate it.
All right,
Thanks, Terrell.
All right, man. Go ahead. You can give it. Come on, we'll let family and get a hug. There you go. There you go. It's a family sport out here in MMA. All right, big baby. You made quick work of that one, huh? You was feeling good about it tonight?
Yeah, you know, I focused with the game plan. You know, regardless if somebody think I didn't deserve it, don't mean nothing to me. They ain't in there doing it, so.
I don't know. I don't know who you're talking about not deserving it, but you definitely earned it in there. That's a big dude up in there. But all it takes is leverage, and you proved it right there. It doesn't take size to win.
Well, yeah, you know, like I said, Rice Brothers Jiu-Jitsu all day.
Yep.
We got world-class ground fighters, and we got good stand-up, so we're coming up slowly but surely.
Well, all we can do is say congratulations. So now you're going to be back here in April?
We'll see. Let's see what my coaches think about it, my team, and we'll see what's up.
Okay, but you are going after that title again, aren't you?
I want to, bad. I want it.
All right, well, I know Tracy got one more question for you.
Yeah, they call you Terrell Big Baby Boson. So what's the big baby for?
It's just because, you know, I'm a nice guy, you know, soft-hearted, but when I get in the cage, I'm ready to bang and go after it.
There you go.
And they gave me that name just because of that.
Well, you proved what a champion you are tonight. Congratulations.
All right, guys, so you saw it here tonight. We are down here at the Convention Center, and we saw some incredible fighting tonight. If you want to get any information at all about how to be involved in Ultimate Fighting MMA, all you got to do is go down to Rick's Gym. You know, they got a show coming out in April 13th. Be sure to check it out. Reno is where it's at for MMA, guaranteed.
Reno Academy of Combat is Rick's Gym. Check them out. They're on, what street are they on?
Mill, downtown Reno.
There
Get
you go.
here. Anyway, we had a great time tonight. We appreciate Rick and all that he's done for us, and we will be back with another segment sometime in the future. But thank you for checking us out today. Tell your friends about Reno. Tell them about MMA. Tell them about LoadedTV.com.
See you guys.
One of the things that we also got to do was we got to talk to some of the moms and the grandparents and the families of some of the fighters, and that was really interesting just to see how hard it was on them. They were, you know, trying to be very supportive and yet scared to death that their son was going to get, you know, hurt really bad.
Nah, they're not going to get hurt. They're not going to do it.
So we have some questions here on the live feed, and the people are asking where was it? It was here in Reno at the Reno Event Center downtown. They go 3 rounds to answer that question. And there's a question here. It says Brian looks like he fights. Do you want to answer that?
All right, so here's the deal. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to put up our Facebook page, our Getting Fit with Brian and Tracy Facebook page. And right now we have a little over 300 likes on that. Here's what I'm willing to do, because people want to know if I fight or not. I've never fought an MMA fight. But if our site gets over 500 hits by the end of the month, I will begin training and I will fight in an MMA fight sometime in the next few months just to take on that challenge. So I encourage you all, if you want to see me fight, and we'll actually track it. The producer says we're going to go ahead and be able to follow my training. I've never done it, so I'll go train with Rick Collett down in his gym, and I will go and I will fight. But our Facebook page has to go over 500 likes by the end of the month. So I challenge you guys to do that. So there you go.
Woo!
So let's see, what else do we got on here? I'm ready to go, though. Seriously, watching those fights again, it brought back all the excitement on that.
You are only going to pick...
Gonna pick a max of fire right here. Hey.
Oh my gosh.
So we love all the questions. We hope that this was good content for you guys. Definitely Rick Cullip's website address is going to be scrolling, so you guys can check it out if you're here locally. But just go to your local MMA gyms, you know, if you want to get into it. It really is, even though it may look violent, it really is a pretty safe sport. You know, there's a lot of, we met a lot of the refs and the sanctioning bodies that night, and they are very, very cautious about what they do. There's plenty of doctors. We talked to some of the doctors there. It's a pretty safe sport.
And when they get choked out and they pass out and faint, they actually wake back up a few seconds later.
Who's choked out? I'm not getting choked out.
Okay, you promise?
I promise I won't get choked out. I'm going to make sure somebody else passes out.
I will cry.
So, anyway, we really had a good time that night. We have a couple other events coming up that we'll be bringing back to you here on Loaded TV on the Wake Up Call. So, definitely stay connected. If you have any questions at all, you can email us at brian@loadedtv.com or tracy@loadedtv.com. Our Facebook page is now up there, our Getting Fit page. Go there, like our page. Definitely, I want to see 500 by the end of the month, or else I'm not going to do it. So I challenge you guys to challenge me. So let's do this.
Yeah, okay.
It's all right. We'll do it. We'll do it. But anyway, so I think that's, if you got, anybody else got any other questions? Do one of those new Facebook things, hold a sign that says, I'll fight. Oh, there you go.
Get 1,000 likes.
Our biggest fan. That's a good idea. But I'd like to get all the people out there that are watching on Loaded TV to be the ones.
Breathe, lady. No, I support my husband. I just really don't want him to pass out because I don't want to cry.
She'll be in the nosebleed section, not in the corner then. But
Yes,
anyway, we're going to have a good time. So that is all we have for you guys today. Come back next Wednesday. We'll be available there. You can also get us on Twitter at Brian and Tracy. You can get our email info@gettingfit.
Thanks, Mel. You just liked it. Thank you. Woo!
Uh-oh. Mel started the trend.
Bye, guys.
All right. Take care.
You know, on Valentine's Day, you can say love in many different ways, but I've got a great idea that's something unusual, something that's intimate, something that's very personal, and it doesn't have to be done in the bedroom. It's actually a high tea at the aisles. And I'm going to tell you right now, they're going to make you the greatest little sandwiches. You're going to have tea, and you're going to do the one thing that is so important in a relationship. You're going to talk. Now, I know there are other options, but this is a great opportunity. And I'm here today with Tom McCormick, and we're going to start out with some great sandwiches, and then I'm going to have my special guest and my latest dinner date. Miss Brandy will be along, and I will tell you right now, she's really looking absolutely spectacular. All right, Tom, what are we going to do for the folks?
Okay, so the choices of the sandwiches that Brandy's picked are the goat cheese with spinach. We're looking at apple pecan cream cheese and roast beef with a horseradish butter.
I love that kind of stuff. And this is all made to order while you're here, so we'll jump in and do that right now.
Very good. Okay.
And the breads, look at here, beautiful, beautiful. I see a little brown bread, a little white bread, and I can smell it's absolutely fresh and delicious. And then comes that most wonderful of all, a sauce.
This is the horseradish butter.
Ah, okay. Nothing could be finer. I love me horseradish. And I'm guessing it's light. It's not.
Oh yeah, it's not overpowering.
It's not the kind that'll bring tears to your eyes like no. I happen to like. And you don't want to be crying on Valentine's Day.
No, not for joy maybe, but not from pain.
Yeah.
And we do this on a wheat and a white. It just gives it a little extra kind of appearance.
It's colorful, absolutely.
That's right. And let me see.
You get some horseradish here, that's for sure. And so far, it's simple but delicious. And here it comes. You know, we got to get the beef out.
Right.
Of course, nothing more traditional than a roast of beef. And for folks, you know, this is always kind of a challenge to any great chef anymore. The health laws require when you're making things like this, you got to wear gloves. It's just a whole new thing. And from the perspective of a chef, it's a bit of a nuisance, but you know, we're all used to it now.
Absolutely.
We are. But from the perspective of the consumer point of view, it really does make sure that you know, you're absolutely eliminating what they call in the chef business cross-contamination of any kind. So it's a nuisance, but it's a pleasure. And out come the beef, and I love that kind of stuff.
Then you make a full-size sandwich, but then you end up cutting it into the four small
Bite size.
Bite size, exactly.
Tea size, we should call it correctly. Tea size. Here we go.
Okay.
We're going to make it square, huh?
Yes.
Now, my mother would always say you should eat the crust of the best part.
Absolutely. That's what's left for the chef.
Ah, see there. The chef is smart, absolutely. But we eat with our eyes first, so it's the show business of cooking, as I like to call it.
Absolutely. Yes. And you're right, I love this bread. It's just so moist and so pleasant. So,
Smells delicious. Okay. Here we go.
Okay, I'll get rid of these guys.
Perfect.
Normally I'd eat them, but I'm getting
I hear you. Yes, that is delicious. All right, now,
okay,
sandwich number 2?
Sandwich number 2 with the apple pecan cream cheese.
Uh-huh.
That we have here. Just made this up.
And it's really nice, a nice combination of flavors, and that's what it's all about. Great flavors. We got a little bit of cream cheese, which you can never argue with, and I love pecans, beautiful pecans. And then I see you have some nice, it looks like you've pre-sliced the wonderful apples, and it's refreshing, it's light, and it'll have all the flavor you can imagine. That's the hard part about this, about television. You can only see it, and you can imagine the taste, hopefully, but you can't get the great smells also that goes with television. But so that's why you've got to come down to the aisles. I mean, my goodness, this is, as we say, this is the best part of a wonderful Valentine's Day, and we're asking folks to give it a try, as they say. And what are the hours going to be on Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day, we're going to have, we have our regular daily hours, which are 11 to 5:30, but the actual, the special dinner is from 2 seatings, 6 and 7:30.
So that portends it'd be nice to have a reservation.
Yeah, absolutely, because we do buy everything in proportion to what we expect to serve.
Sure. And I'm having a feeling that because it's a quaint place, it's really easy to sell out.
We normally will be full up on both seatings.
There you go. So a good idea to get your reservation. And as I say, this is a really special Valentine's treat because you get to be with that special someone and be able to eat. So
that's right. The ladies get a rose, and you have a choice of champagne or a mimosa.
I love it.
It's very enjoyable.
I know there's a history behind the high tea, and I'm sure you know about
I
it.
do. It goes back to the late 1700s, and the Duchess of Bedford was really kind of frustrated at having only 2 meals a day, breakfast and dinner, very late at night. So she decided to get the cooks around 4 o'clock to make little sandwiches and cakes and so forth. And I'll tell you what, when you come to the aisles, you have that feeling you're at a high tea.
That's awesome. You know, also here at the aisles, look how cozy it is. There's big chairs, a beautiful tablecloth, candlelit dinner, beautiful scenery behind us. It's so intimate and private, and it's totally romantic for Valentine's Day.
Absolutely perfect. And look at what they give you. We've got sandwiches here, and we've got 3 different sandwiches. And the first one I'm going to take a bite of and take a look at is a cream cheese with pecan and apples, and it's fresh sliced apples on a beautiful fresh bread. And just take a quick bite
And this one's the goat cheese. Oh,
she's got the goat cheese and the spinach. Absolutely. The flavors here, because everything is made to order, is fresh, absolutely delicious. Another one, of course, very traditionally, is the roast beef with the cream horseradish. You got to have a little bit of that because that's a great bite.
Or smoked salmon.
Oh my word! With the aioli mustard, absolutely spectacular. And then, of course, you have all these wonderful cakes and scones, beautiful scones. And with the scones come your choice of the lemon curd, and you have the Devonshire clotted cream, and you have this wonderful strawberry. By the way, Devonshire clotted cream, great story about that. It's fresh cow's milk They put it in a steam bath, heat it up, and as the cream clots, it floats to the top, they skim it off, boom.
And it
you
sure
put
is
on.
yummy.
It's delicious, and I just had some lemon curd, and I'm going to put it on this scone, and I went, oh my.
You guys come here Valentine's Day, you also get your choice of mimosa or champagne.
And then we have the cakes. Wonderful shortbread cake, a wonderful tea cake that is absolutely a blackberry. It's just absolutely beautiful. We've got some beautiful truffles and fresh strawberries. And of course on Valentine's Day we've got kisses.
Kisses?
Absolutely, so it's all fun.
There are kisses right here. What other surprises do they have here?
Oh, there's so many. It's located in Midtown, Center Street in Midtown Reno. Absolutely a great place to come. You need to have reservations, so the numbers on the screen, make sure you call. They've got 2 seatings. But so many fun things happen, and when the ladies come, there's always something very special for them.
Oh, I'll trade you a kiss for it.
There you go, and of course, thank you, the real kiss for sure. Oh, my goodness. And you know, anything is possible at the Isles.
Date with Dave at the Isles. That is definitely a different place to go. Make your reservations and go there. It's so different, and it was so cool.
It is, and that's a really unique place and an intimate place to go. It is small, so you probably have to make reservations. So you want to get out. We were just talking before we came back. I've been trying to make all these reservations for Valentine's Day, and it's really hard right now. I'm just going to tell you.
Seems like everybody wants to go out for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stay in.
Are you going to stay?
So you guys, if you didn't notice, we have Alice in the house to do some sports.
Oh, TiVo, you know you're going to be so proud of me. I did watch Manchester United versus Everton. Everton, yeah. And I have to say it's a really good game. I actually watched the whole entire game, and I was really impressed with the first half of the game where Van Persie and Giggs scored the first 2 goals. Oh, I missed you guys too. I'm sorry I couldn't make it Monday. I wasn't really feeling well. It's darn cold that's been going around.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you're feeling better.
I know. I am. Thank goodness. But yeah, it was a very interesting game. I really, really enjoyed it. Giggs, who scored the first goal in 13 minutes, and then Percy in 45 minutes, right before the first half. That first goal, amazing. It hit the post, the corner post, and went in. Barely went in, but I was really impressed. I mean, these guys have to be tiny. They have to be agile. I mean,
very athletic.
They have to be.
Yeah.
They have to be to get that ball in the goal.
Yeah.
I was going to say something else, but I was like,
I know you're going to say.
Not a good idea to say that on live TV.
So, what other sports did you watch? Did you catch up on anything else?
No, I've been so busy with midterms, exams, and papers, so I haven't had any time to watch anything.
Basketball's coming up. I love basketball.
Do you?
Yes. I love watching basketball. I'd rather go to a pro football game, but I'd rather on TV.
It's a fast game.
Watch basketball.
It's very fast.
Okay, so let's talk some events because we're already running a little bit over. LoadedTV is interviewing Tiesto, the #1 DJ in the world.
Oh, he's such a good DJ. I love him.
He's going to be here March 7th at the event center. So please send any questions you want us to ask Tiesto to info@loadedtv.com, and we'll get those questions answered for you. And 420, April 20th, Reno Fur Party. Woohoo!
So fun. I will be at the Carson at Casino Fandango at 7 p.m. To 12 Friday and Saturday.
Fun. So if you guys want to watch Natalie rock out with her band, that's where it should be.
That's where it should be. Someone's asking, where is the Isles?
The Isles is on Midtown. It's like right
Center
around
Street.
Midtown. It's on South Center.
And I'm trying to think of that cross street.
And their
if you know where
commercial
Maytan music is, you know it.
Yeah, we have their commercial all the time.
Gosh, I know that cross street too, and I just can't think of it in the back of my head.
But it's not hard to find on Center Street. So if you go down Center, you can't miss it. Kind of by in between Holcomb and I can't remember. We should know these things.
So Triple X says, Alice, what's your favorite sport?
American, I would say football and baseball.
Yeah.
I love football and baseball. I love going to the actual games. Those are always fun. international. I'm starting to get into soccer a little bit
Yeah.
more. It's really exciting. It's a little bit more fast-paced for me.
Yeah, it is fast.
So I'm not used to that. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. You really have to pay attention.
You do. I mean,
to what's going on.
If you miss a goal, you miss what happened. Well, they replay it, but still.
But it does. They move up and down the field really, really fast. But it's growing. I mean, here it's growing in popularity league so much. They're just opening a brand new, you know where they had Moana Pool? I think they're going to have a big sports complex there that's going to be mostly soccer.
Good.
Yeah, that's
good
be
because
fun.
I think honestly kids need more places to go and play indoor sports and not like be out in the streets.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's going to be fun.
Oh, I got a question. Brandy, what's your favorite event you've been to?
The rodeo.
The rodeo. I love the rodeo.
The rodeo was fun.
Burning Man and Ultra in Miami was absolutely amazing as well. And I love the Night in the Country concerts. All the country concerts.
I've never been to, I've been to rodeo, never been to Burning Man, never been to Night in the Country.
And then Ultra Miami was so much fun. Oh well. Yeah,
no sports events. No sports events?
I've been to a couple sports events? I went to a really cool Raiders game, football. I love going to Raiders games. Those are my favorite. I know you might not like the Raiders, but honestly, I feel like I'm part of a gang. I'm wearing their colors, and if the other team messes with me, my Raiders will get my back, you know?
Or Brandy.
I sang the national anthem for the Mariners and the Seahawks when I was in Seattle. That was pretty fun.
Football games are a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's really fun. Baseball too is fun when you're there, I think. What else?
Like Kerr's magic show. This is the last week of it with Rick D'Elia opening act at Harrah's. So this is the very last week of it. Check that out. And Magic is playing at the El Dorado. Check that out. And go roller skating at Roller Kingdom.
That's true. What are you guys doing tomorrow for Valentine's Day? What about you?
I'm probably working.
Oh.
I'm probably going to be asleep.
She's going to be doing her papers and I'm going to go to RIM. I'm going to try it. Yeah, it's that new Asian cuisine. It's inside the Grand Sierra Resort. Ooh. I've heard it's quite beautiful, and I'm going to check it out. So hopefully it's good, and that's what we'll be doing. Maybe I'll get some flowers.
Happy Valentine's Day, guys.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Lee just said, great show, ladies. You're all so good. Special shout outs to Sheila, Tien, Mel, TiVo, Gary, biggest fan, LTV fan, Triple X, Stella, TiVo, Bill, again, Will. And there's so much more. Blog TV, thank you so much for always featuring us on your website. You guys help us out a lot. Thank you so much.
And Paul.
And Paul, New York.
We'll see you later, Paul, from New York. Are you in the snow?
Oh,
and
Natalie.
I know. She used to live in New York, Natalie did. So we are going to be dressed up for Valentine's Day tomorrow. Special. I'm going to be wearing, I think, a shiny little red dress.
Okay. I got to think of something then. All right. All right, Blog TV, we'll see you guys tomorrow. It will be Valentine's Day. We love you. Thank you so much for always watching us, and we'll see you tomorrow.
And any questions, email info@loadedtv.com. Bye, guys.
Bye. Have a great day.